What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. But this video is entitled One-on-One Anxiety. I was watching a video or listening to a video while I was working earlier, and the guy said something that he has anxiety when dealing with people one-on-one. And it dawned on me, I never talked about this, but that part of the technological age and information age rather, and is texting and messaging in a degree, is people can't talk. They don't get over the nervousness of interacting one-on-one with a person, especially of the opposite sex, because when we were younger, we had got over that anxiety at a young age. With the dances and the boys on one side, the girls on another side. You're scared to talk. You're scared to dance together. So somebody got to break the ice for the whole group. But what winds up happening is what you're messing around and doing is you're just getting older, and your anxiety is building up because you're not comfortable interacting with the opposite sex. You're not comfortable having a regular conversation. You still have everybody on a pedestal, or you have a stereotype of them in your head that inhibits you from interacting with them on just a personable level. You don't have to always try to shoot your shot at somebody or date somebody. Everybody's not the love at first sight of the person you're gonna marry, but what winds up happening is you get anxious because and the other part of it is some people play on that anxiety because they're anxious too. So it's it's posturing. Person makes themselves look a certain way, hoping that it gives off a wall of confidence and security that really doesn't exist. So maybe you'll come at them, you as though we'll say you'll bend the knee. That way, it's a bit of a alpha beta situation where this person has already bowed down to you, so you really don't have to interact with them on a one-on-one level. It's more so a leader follower type level, because the anxiety of just getting to know somebody, the anxiety of being vulnerable with somebody, and because now it seems like when you're open with people or honest with people, or you're vulnerable with people, or you tell people how you feel, and one of the things that people like to do, they like to try to throw you under the bus because you like them or you're interested. But truth be told, it's not really your anxiety. It's more so theirs, because they get a kick out of telling people no, to the point that they wind up being alone, and then they wind up being old people who can't get along with other people. And that was just their way of dealing with their anxiety, was to constantly push people away until they pushed everybody in their life away and nobody's around anymore. And then they want people to come back, but these people have moved on. It's one-on-one anxiety. And then you got, how can I say this? You got when people say somebody needs to be mysterious. People have practiced being mysterious to the point that they're mysterious to themselves. They don't even know who they are. You're looking at themselves in the mirror. Today you will be Like, come on now. I mean, you Houdini'd on yourself. Like, you disappeared on yourself, huh? Man, you ain't even got the keys, huh? You don't even know how to get out of this one. You didn't put yourself in a trick bag and forgot how to get out. Ain't that about it? But it happens. Because it lowers the anxiety, because people are catfishing over the internet and catfishing in person, because you don't want nobody to know the real you. So you're your representative or multiple representatives to stop people from knowing you, because maybe you don't think you're good enough for other people as you are. So you gotta talk yourself up or be something more. So, you know, gotta rely on your resume to get looked at a certain way. And that happens. Sometimes the anxiety is in presentation. Remember being a kid, I was at the University of Michigan, and one of the guys was like, you know, they called a guy, he's just like a center or something. I want to say he was I want to say his name, but I'm not. But they was like, man, that dude just big. You big and fat. And he's like, look, man, I could play. Now y'all want to look like Tarzan and play like Jane. That's y'all problem. And what he meant by that is some people present themselves, you know, as really, you know, my image is strong and powerful, but that's not the action. The action isn't strong and powerful, so it's just a facade. And some people, you know, they present their image well. Like I was talking about posturing. Posturing is more of the way I was trying to use posturing was, you know, you're rah rah rah, you know. But these people, those people don't have to actually prove it. But the people with the image actually have to prove it, you know. So what I mean by this is the anxiety of having to prove it, then it's always something come up. Oh man, I got to make this quick run. It's something I got to do. I'll be right back. Next time I'm going to catch you. I swear I'm going to get you, you know. And you got these people who are runners because they present their image, but they know they can't show and prove. So they dip on you. You know, the brothers talk about show your work. When it's time to show your work, ain't none of your business. But because of the anxiety of being judged, you know, I talked to my kid about this, to my son about this. Like, you can't always say you're good at something, but there ain't no stats on it. Like he's always talking about how good he is at football or basketball. I'm like, dog, you ain't got no stats. Your stats gonna tell me how good you is. You ain't got no stats. And he'll be like, but I'm good. No stats, no good. Till I see some stats, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, let you see how good you are compared to other people, not in your mind. But you know, there's sometimes it's the anxiety of actually living up to the image that you presented or the image that you was talking that made people, you know, dip out. This is one of my songs right here, dog. But anyway, the other thing, you know, there's an anxiety of staying power. You know, because people have this fast food mentality and short term, you got to entertain me. And if you don't entertain me right now, I'll never be around you again, blah, 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 blah. And it's the anxiety of getting rejected because you're not tap dancing with somebody in the way that you feel like they like. So you're anxious that you won't get accepted, basically. So sometimes you overdo it and you're on because you're always entertaining. And sometimes you're like, man, look, I ain't here for all that. You know, you don't like me. You're gonna like me for me or whatever, but you never actually present who you are, so it becomes another problem. So I'm gonna stop it on this. Catch y'all on the next one. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.